Hi everyone, welcome to CrypoFros channel. My name is Jeremy, and in this part of the channel, we will be talking about chart analysis and price prediction. So today, I'm going to reveal to you the best indicators you can use to make money fast in this market. You need to keep your eyes on them in order to make more sound decisions when it comes to entering and exiting the market. So those indicators will be used as a guideline to better understand and anticipate the market fluctuation. So let's talk about the first indicator, which is the fear and greed index. So it is essentially measuring the level of fear and greed in the crypto market. When the market goes up, basically, the fear and greed index will go up with it and display incrementally higher numbers, up to 100, causing investors to FOMO into the market. When the fear and greed clock gets to 70 plus, you have to be prepared for a sell-off, as it means most of the time that the price is entering into an overbought territory. When the market goes down, it reflects on the fear and greed clock with numbers getting lower and lower into the red, indicating that investors are cashing out of the market and not really knowing how low the market can go, and basically triggering their, pushing them to exit their positions. When the clock displays 15 to less, it basically means that the market is heavily oversold, and therefore you can expect a bounce to the upside. Yeah, it's pretty intuitive. All right, the next indicators that we're going to be talking about today are a set of charts that need to be used simultaneously as they are correlated to each other, and will allow you to get divergent signals along with extra confirmations on which levels need to be watched and most likely to anchor a bounce. So let's take a look at these charts now. The first one we'll be talking about is the Bitcoin dominance, so BTC.D. The Bitcoin dominance, so as you can see, already dropped a whole lot of lines on it. So let's take a look at it on a bigger time frame. Yeah, that'll do for now. All right, some of you guys gonna ask me, what is the Bitcoin dominance? Well, simply put, the Bitcoin dominance will clue you in on the dominating interest between Bitcoin and the altcoins. When the trend goes down, the altcoins tend to go up and vice versa. All right, so when you can see important pivot points about to get hit according to your market analysis, or the Bitcoin dominance trend about to touch an important level of support or resistance, you can basically expect the total 2 and total 3 to react to it in the opposite way. So total 2 that we'll be mentioning later on in this video. All right, so it's basically another indicator under the form of a chart as well that you need to pay attention to. So as you can see, this Bitcoin dominance chart will be interpreted exactly the same as a regular coin chart. So you'd be doing your market analysis on it with the same levels of support, resistance, point of interest, POI, sell before buy, and buy before sell, candlestick. As you can see, I already kind of made some market analysis on it. So yeah, its fundamentally is the same. So you need to highlight the key points. So we see that we've had a huge downtrend here. Now we can see the Bitcoin dominance consolidating with a little divergent signal here on the RSI comparison to the chart, with the chart putting in lower lows and the RSI printing out higher lows. So now if we were to zoom in, we already see that, for example, we have a point of interest at the very top of the trend right here that is most likely the candlestick by the full sell that sponsored the move downward, breaking the structure that is here. All right, so if we were to zoom in now, let me get rid of that. Let's zoom in real quick. Already on the daily. Scroll back up to the point of interest. So as you can see, the point of interest have already been highlighted perfectly here by my care. So if you were to zoom in a little further, you could see, you could get into it in more depth, in more details. All right, so you have a POI right here, and higher than that, you will have another POI right there. The last green candle trying to pushing up before the move down started and essentially broke the structure. And as we go down the trend, we can observe the Bitcoin dominance performing exactly similarly as other regular coins. So let's take a look at the next indicator that I was going to introduce to you guys today, and then we'll get back on it and we will try and find some similarities between the charts, some correlation and some divergence. All right, so the next chart I wanted to talk to you guys about, Bitcoin short. What is Bitcoin short? This chart is representative of the investor's sentiment towards Bitcoin. In other words, when the trend goes up, it means people are bearish, and the number of investors shorting the market is increasing. When it goes down, on the other hand, it means that the amount of people shorting it and feeling like the Bitcoin could go down is subsiding. Therefore, you can anticipate Bitcoin to go up. So another chart here, as you guys can see, which is pretty similar as the other one, except that it looks like a very low market cap altcoin with a bunch of pumps and dumps. But that's basically the reflection of the shorting and longing in the market here. So not much of, I mean, you could still do some market analysis on that one. I mean, I don't personally do, but the levels are similar, it's the same. But I'm just looking at it as an indicator, you know, to see what people are currently doing and then where the market is most likely to do and to fill based on these levels and POIs once again. So the next one after that would be the total 2, which, as you can see, I've been pretty present on it, doing a bunch of market analysis on it already. So you know what, I'm just gonna pull up the total 3 because it's the same, except that it excludes Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it's a lot more. Oh, look at that, perfect prediction here, and it is a lot cleaner since I have not used it so much yet. So let's just leave these levels here, these green levels here that have been POIs highlighted by my care pretty thoroughly. So as you can see here, pretty much the same thing, a very nice chart that resembles any crypto you can find on the market right now, just because the simple fact that it is a reflection of the entire crypto market, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, as we already said. So here we can see picture perfect head and shoulder retail trader pattern here. So this being the first shoulder, this being the head, this being the second shoulder, and over here at the bottom of the rectangle, right on this line being the neckline. Breakout of structure of the neckline with the trend going back upward, retesting the previous support as a new resistance. And so now from here, we can anticipate the price of the cryptocurrency market, the altcoins more specifically, to head down lower within this range of the two POIs that have been highlighted previously by Mike here. And now, following the same logic and reasoning, if we're pulling up the Bitcoin dominance, so we see that now here we've had this head and shoulder, so we're bearish here, and the movement has not been fully completed. We can see it, all right, so halfway completed shoulder, so we have a full leg up here, first shoulder, head, second shoulder, the leg down has been interrupted, pushed back up, trying to break through, but unfortunately didn't. So now we could expect it to go back down lower and finish the leg down. All right, so the leg down, most likely we want to see it going as low as these levels. That would make a lot of sense, around which most likely you guys could enter safely for a nice little either bounce up or the beginning of a nice move up of the next bull market. All right, what could it be here? Just looking at this chart here, what could even anticipate the price of Bitcoin going back as high as there? Not Bitcoin, sorry, the altcoins. Consolidating somehow, and keep carrying on that way. Up to this POI right there. But once again, you guys need to do your own market analysis, your own due diligence about any project you intend to get into, and you do your market analysis. So now I've showed you how to refine with your, using time frames and all that, how to refine your POIs to a lower scale. So you can see that here, for example, within this candlestick here, there is a nice POI. So you need to, use the techniques and methods that I have shared with you guys to just, go down in time frame, to see which POIs would be the most interesting to you guys, the most relevant and reliable that you would want to focus on, and create your market analysis based on that. Just a little hands up on what you guys need to keep in mind when correlating BTC dominance with BTC short, total 2, and the fear and greed index. You can determine whether or not you should buy altcoins, or whether or not the time is right to get into a position, in the altcoin. If the BTC short goes down and the BTC dominance has been going up and is reaching a turning point on the chart, and the total 2 has reached an important level of support on the chart, you can then assume that there is a high probability for the Bitcoin to go back up and the alts with it. When you're comparing this little chart that we took a look at with this move here, going up, getting ready to go down. All right, so now let's take a look at going down. Now let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance. What can we see here? The price, the interest is about to go up as the alts are getting ready to go down. So it's pretty accurate. You see, like, this is forming a perfect, picture-perfect bullish pattern, a bull flag, another retail trader pattern here. So we could anticipate this chart to head higher up to potential POIs within this supply zone, which if it's going to break it, then we can anticipate it to head higher. So breaking out this zone of supply, the next zone up could potentially be this POI right there. So the bottom of this POI that we'd have to refine on our own time by doing the smart money concept chart analysis that I showed you guys how to do. All right, so let's do it together here. So that was the first on the daily, that's where it came out as. So now on the full hour, we can see that the last buy before sell candle is right here. So now you can, if you want, go more thoroughly into it by going down further and further in time frames, like 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and 5 minutes, even further if you wanted to. I mean, I'll keep mine here because to me it's already a very narrow range to keep a look at, because once the chart, the price action in the chart will reach within these levels, a lot will already be going on within the altcoins and the crypto, the Bitcoin chart and Bitcoin price action. Needed to take a look at and to pay attention to in terms of divergences and all that. So the accuracy of this range is obviously important. However, the most important one is happening on Bitcoin and the altcoin themselves. However, you need to watch these levels so you know that, say for example, the price action would push the dominant percentage past this supply zone. You could expect this zone to get hit. Once it gets to this zone, you need to take a look at what is going on in the market. How have the different altcoins reacted to it? How is Bitcoin reacting to it? How is the fear and greed index doing based on that? So at this point, if this chart were to push as high up as there, we could expect the fear and greed index at this within this range, say for example within these levels, we could expect the fear and greed index to be very, very low, signaling a very good time to buy. And we could expect a very strong bounce from here down, correlating to a bounce up in the altcoins. It would be huge pumps up potentially, all right, if you were to do that. All right, so I think that'll be all for today. We'll wrap it up here. I hope this was insightful and helpful for you guys. So if you got any value from this video, do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Also, turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever a new video gets posted. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions, or if you just want me to develop further on a specific part of this video. And do not forget to share this video with anyone who you believe would be interested in knowing more about trading crypto or cryptocurrency market in general, or would simply get any kind of value out of it. On this positive note, see you guys in the next episode, and be safe and make money. Peace out.